So yeah, we back with another video. This is my seventh account, y'all. So I'm gonna try to be more strategic on the ways that I explain stuff to y'all and give y'all the information that I want to give y'all because for some reason I keep getting blocked and banned and all the other things. And before I get going, I want to say that this video and all my videos are for educational purposes only, and it's also for entertainment purposes. And it's also things that I'm experiencing and things that I'm going through currently. It's not just something I'm regurgitating and giving y'all. It's actually stuff that I'm going through. So if it pertains to you, make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video for me. I need y'all to get this out there because this is the type of information that is being suppressed. And I'm coming out of South Bend, Indiana, St. Joseph County, y'all. So I've been telling y'all in the previous videos, if y'all haven't seen them, go to my page. I want y'all to check them out. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, what I'm going through currently right now. And I want to start off from the beginning for y'all, where it all occurred, where all of this shit even came into play. Me learning law, me just diving in this shit head first. I've never been to law school, nor do I have a bar card, y'all. So don't get it twisted. You feel me? I am of dark skin doing this on my own. So like I said, with me doing my own due diligence throughout the years, and what led up to the seizure is because now this stack of paperwork right here, this is very detrimental. This is all the cases and everything that pertains to what I'm about to show y'all. So this picture right here, y'all, this is Officer Chris Hunter Miller, ex-officer of the South Bend Police Department. He now works for the Michigan City Police Department, right? In which he just transferred 2024 of last year. So y'all, in 2017, Chris Hunter Miller got called out to an area where I was, right? And on this particular day, me and my children's mom were having a disagreement outside of my car. And I like to keep it all way 100. See, actually, we just had left one of my homeboys' house. Ended up, some stuff broke out over there. We ended up leaving. We driving, you know what I'm saying? Me and her still talking about what happened over at my buddy's house. We ended up arguing. I stopped and parked the car. So, she gets upset. She gets out the car. I get out the car. And now we standing outside my car, basically going back and forth. So in the midst of that happening, some neighbors that was outside on the porch, drinking and doing what they was doing, they seen us. And I guess one of them called the police, right? In which Chris Hunter Miller and several other officers ended up pulling up on the scene, right? So the people that's on the porch, they ended up like, telling us to, chill, like everything's cool, man. One of the dudes came down there and was talking to us. He ended up telling my baby mama to walk with him to cool her down. Another dude walked with me to cool me down. Like I said, the police pull up. And by, this time, them pulling up, everything is like really good. We didn't got calm. Everything is kosher. Like, we good. We really ready to go. So the police coming like, okay, what's going on? In which I'm telling him, the situation. I'm like, well, we just had a little slight argument. Everything is really good. I'm telling him that I stayed right up the street because at this time, I lived in downtown South Bend area, which was like 2 blocks away from where we were. So, boom, all of that's occurring. He's basically like, well, if everything's good, you two just need to separate. And he's like, you just walk home. He's telling me this, y'all. So I'm like, okay, bet. Boom, I'm striking off to walk home, right? Now, my kid's mom, she's still, standing right there with the neighbor people and the police officer. I'm walking off going home. Like I said, he then says, oh, well, okay, whose car is this parked right here out real loud? So as I'm walking off, I turn around. I'm like, well, that's my car. The car belongs to me. You told me to walk home. That's what I'm doing. And I also told him while we were talking at the time, I said, well, I had a few beers, which we did, and he was like, well, you can't drive your own car. It's best that you just walk. And that's what I was doing. So he put his energy on my car, called me back. He's like, well, you need to come back then. Come back here so we can do something with your car. In which now, y'all, I'm like, okay, now they finna start fucking with me. So I go back and he's like, well, we can't let you drive your car because you told me you had a few beers, basically. But he never gave me a breathalyzer test, y'all, to see if I was, over the limit to operate my own vehicle whatsoever. He's like, well, I'm going to give you 2 options. Either you let me park the car or we're going to tow the vehicle. Now, this is 10/21/2017. This is a day before my birthday. And at this time, I got a gun in my armrest. You see what I'm saying? But my armrest is locked. I'm not even worried about that. In which I'm already knowing my car is legally parked. I know he's just fucking with me. I just wanted to get out of there at this time. You know, I didn't want to get my car towed. Again, a day before my birthday, I just wanted shit to be smooth. If you're just going to park the car like he said he was, then, you know, go ahead and do that, officer. I give him the keys. I'm like, you know, if you're just going to pull it up or whatever you got to do, I'm not worried about the gun in my armrest. Like I said, it's locked away. So he gets in the car. He puts the car in park, pulls off in the car, y'all. He goes up the street, hit the block, come up the alleyway, you know, in my car, right? He's just supposed to be parking it, which he never did. So while he's doing that, the other officer, Joseph Galea, slaps me in handcuffs for no reason. So I'm like, what the fuck am I being handcuffed for? And Joseph Galea tells me, oh, you're just a big fellow, and we're going to make sure this is for your safety, basically. So I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. Now, this dude right here, Chris Hunter Miller, he's parking my car in this church parking lot, right? Then he radios, oh, we got a gun in the car. So now I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in my armrest? So yeah, they straight ran one on me, right? Got me in cuffs already before any gun was even found. You know, they asked me, where'd you get the gun from? I'm like, well, I bought it off the streets. You know, I kept it real. I wasn't going to lie to them. I bought it for my own protection. Because a year prior to this even happening, in 2016, I get hit with a bat by a female. Like, bro, I'm not bullshitting, y'all. Get hit with a bat 2016, 2017. Oh, shit. Matter of fact, 2016, fucking October 21st, 2016, bro, I get hit with a bat a day before my fucking birthday, bro. I'm not bullshitting you, bro. In the fucking ICU with a fucking hole in my head. Still got the scar right here, stitched my fucking head up. A year later, a day before my birthday, I go to jail by this fucking dickhead. Anyway, let me keep going, y'all. So boom, I get arrested, I go to jail, I bond out. I'm like, okay, I'm shitty as fuck. I'm like, damn, I gotta take this shit to trial because that was some bullshit. So then, you know, like I said, in the midst of me taking this to trial, I get the police report. At that time in 2017, and the officer said, after parking the vehicle, I observed a black handgun in the open center plain view console of the vehicle. So I'm like, damn, this dude lied like a motherfucker. He said, after parking my car, he noticed a handgun in the open center plain view console. Like, if the gun is open center plain view console, how come you didn't see the gun upon entering the vehicle? Hold on, y'all. They even had my doors wide open. When I gave him the keys to my car, he slung the door open. And we talking about a 2004 Chrysler Sebring convertible. It's very tight in this car. Very small, compact. You can't miss a fucking heartbeat in here. And like I said, he swung the door open, got in the car with several other officers on the scene and never seen a handgun open center plain view console until after parking. But okay, let's continue real quick. So these are the trial court transcriptions, y'all. I went and obtained these myself as well. I paid $136 for both. This is a copy transcript of Officer Miller's testimony in the trial hearing, y'all. So in the trial court transcription, my attorney at the time was basically asking Hunter Miller, what did you do inside the vehicle that led you to finding the handgun? And y'all, this dude told several false and misleading statements. I had a Grey Goose bottle in my driver's seat, right? In which, in order for him to operate the vehicle, he had to either move the bottle over to the passenger seat and never noticed the gun open center plain view console. Or like my attorney said, you sat on the bottle and drove the car and never noticed the gun. But anywho, y'all, even further past that, the officer ended up getting impeached. He lied in court. And the deputy prosecuting attorney at that time on his case was Robert Michael Swaby. He even called it out on his own witness, which was the cop, and said, is this impeachment? And the judge at that time, y'all, racist as shit, which is the court, she said this is being offering for impeachment purposes, not substantive evidence, y'all. And this is in South Bend, Indiana, St. Joseph County. I was convicted over perjury. Still,